My name is Adrienne Price. I am an artist and illustrator, and I love making stuff. This video is going to be a bit of studio vlogging and also working on a hot sauce label that will be for a mystery client. Let's get started on the draft for the hot sauce label. So don't you love it when you forget to press record? That's me, because I totally forgot to press record when I was actually drawing and sketching the whole thing. I have audio for it, but I forgot to hit record on the video, so this is not good for content for YouTube, you know, because like you guys want to see what's happening. I do have the soup to nuts version of the time lapse, which I'm going to put in here, but I'm very disappointed in myself, and I'm just gonna chalk it up to one of those things where I'm learning still and trying to make the best that I can, and sometimes one of those things, you know, when you're juggling, you just drop one. So thanks for your patience with this, and hopefully you're enjoying all of the intercut pictures and videos of the nature scenes that I experienced while I was visiting my parents at the lake. So yeah, oops. And today we're going to be combining like a skull and an airplane propeller. And the idea that the mystery client really wants is something with like the words hot start on the propellers. And the idea behind the hot start is that it's something's wrong with the plane and it's on fire. So this is what we've come up with, and it's hot start hot sauce. It has the ingredients list. This is a placeholder for a logo. Dead bird over here probably needs to be fixed up a little bit. So it is day 2. You can see my little microphone here. And basically I've gotten some feedback from the client. He's provided me with some direction to go into in terms of color. And so we're going to be doing some things with that. And I'll be showing you how that works. In a stunning turn of events, turns out that the size of the document is actually wrong, so going to have to recreate it quickly. Isn't this fun? So here we have the document, and I have scaled it up so that I can use this as a draft underneath of, so that I can use it as a sketch underneath of the main sketch. So I'm going to be recreating this, and the mystery client, as you can now see, is called Spicy Chonker Hot Sauce, and brand new to the market, not FDA approved. So I'm going to be recreating this quickly, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so you can see there were some changes made, but I think overall it's actually a better design. So we're going to be printing this out on colored paper and then using packing tape to wrap it around a hot sauce bottle, and we'll be showing that as well. This is pretty cool and exciting. I love doing this. This is actually a lot of fun. And coming up with the spicy chonker hot sauce, definitely that was modeled after my cat, Julius Caesar, and he's just a big fat potato when he lies on the ground. So this is cool to bring him back to live forever on this hot sauce bottle. So little did I know that something was going to change here. We were actually going to be doing it with sticker paper. So the client found some sticker paper that was transparent and is meant for candles, so he printed it out on that and then stuck it to the bottles separately. We had 3 bottles that we were trying to work with. So yeah, that is what we ended up doing. Because the sticker was transparent, you can see that the white just disappeared. And on the upside, it's great because when you drink the bottle of when you use the bottle of hot sauce, you'll be able to see the white come through over time. But on initial review, it's kind of hard to see the actual label. So today I just wanted to follow up on that adventure of making a hot sauce label and kind of talk about what I learned. So the first thing that I learned was to get feedback early, because a lot of the problems that I had with it were actually things that could have been prevented earlier on had I been paying more attention and had gotten some feedback and gotten some questions from the client earlier on. Another thing was that I need to be more flexible. So I can admit that to everybody, I'm not a very flexible person. I like to have a plan and I like to stick to it. And yes, there is some flexibility there in terms of like, if I have a problem, I can try to fix it as I go along, but I don't try to go a different way completely once I've started my plan, because that's the point of the plan, right? To keep going in one direction. So that was one of that was the second one. And then the third one was actually that I need to know what the size of the label is supposed to be. So when I was originally doing all this, I had it the wrong size, and I didn't realize it until I got feedback, and that's when I realized that it was the wrong size, and then all of a sudden I've got to go and change the whole design. And then while I was doing that on Procreate, once you make something bigger and then you kind of move it around, it ends up cutting off the edges because it looks at it like an artboard. So if it's not on the artboard, it's gone. So then I didn't have a backup. So maybe the fourth thing really is, if you're gonna make changes, make a backup first, so that you can always go back to the first version. Okay, 4 things that I learned. But it was a great experience overall, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And the hot sauce was a success, so I think that this was actually a pretty good experience. So if you're watching, Dad, happy birthday again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment if you're interested in seeing more of this kind of content. This was a mystery client because we didn't really have a name for what we were doing yet, and we named it Spicy Chonker Hot Sauce after my cat, whose name is Julius Caesar. He's a very fat tuxedo black and white cat who is half ragdoll, and so he was kind of the inspiration for that. But we were thinking about other names as well. So if you have any ideas for names, leave us those in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to make more art.